Hello, everybody. This is Brian with Vermillion Enterprises. It is Friday, November 7th, 2025, and we're getting ready for the weekend here. As I said yesterday, we are going to have a flash sale tomorrow. So for all of you, our local viewers here and customers, understand that what is the deal with the flash sales? They are cash only, so no Zelle, no trades, no wire transfers or personal checks, just cash money. So if you're interested in that, and I think you will be in tomorrow's flash sale, make sure you have your cash ready. So yeah, it's pretty exciting, and the last 3 or 4 we've done have been wildly successful. So I'm hoping that tomorrow will be the same, have the same results. So it is Friday, November 7th. Gold is just over $4,000 per ounce right now, and silver is around $48.50 per ounce. So again, it's been bouncing back and forth between 47 and 49 over the last couple weeks, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. For the most part, premiums have kind of leveled out, which is nice. I don't think there's much to report in the way of premium changes. I don't see anything immediate on the horizon at this point. Silver Eagles are always subject to change this time of the year because the mint is changing out the dies, getting ready for 2026 material. They're actually probably producing 2026 material right now. So all the 2025 material has stopped production, so there's no allocation on that, gold or silver. And so premiums on Silver Eagles might creep up towards the end of the year. Who knows? But once the 2026 come out in mid-January, they'll come back down, of course, as they do every single year. Yeah, I think the rest of it's pretty stable at this point. One thing that I'll mention that I've noticed since I've been part of the YouTube community is that whenever one or several of the other channels out there start talking about how people need to buy or invest in certain specific SKUs with regards to gold and silver, a lot of people rush in to the shop here or place orders for that specific item or that specific SKU. And that happened again yesterday. We sold out of the blue. A lot of people were interested in buying Morgan and Peace silver dollars again. Not just coals. We sold a lot of coals yesterday, but also just the average circulating material, the XF plus material, and even some graded slabs. So just out of the blue, we had a huge uptick in people looking for those specific items. So somebody or multiple somebodies must have been out there in social media saying that people need to buy silver dollars. You got to have silver dollars, that type of thing. I don't really pay attention to that. So tell us, were people out there promoting silver dollars yesterday and talking about that, and what were they saying that generated the spark for people to come rushing in to buy silver dollars? I like the Morgans and Peace dollars are one of my favorite in the to have. I love dealing in them, largely because of the history. I mean, the Morgans are from a time period in American history that's pretty exciting. I mean, you got cowboys and gangsters running around at that time, so you never know who may have held your 1888 Morgan silver dollars or your 1878s. Was it Wyatt Earp? Was it Billy the Kid? Was it Al Capone? You don't know. And but to think that is represents that time in American history, that's pretty exciting. And then, of course, the Peace dollars representing the conclusion of World War I, which was obviously a horrific time in world history. So those are two fun things to definitely collect if you're into American numismatics. So I get that side of it, but it was just funny seeing how we just had a rush out of the blue that resulted in a lot of sales for Morgan and Peace dollars, which, hey, we greatly appreciate. We had a booming day in sales across the counter yesterday, and that is always great for the shop, so we definitely appreciate that. But yeah, were people talking about that on social media yesterday, or was this truly just a one-off event about buying Peace and Morgan silver dollars? Tell us in the comments section. Drop a line in the thread. Tell us what was going on out there, because I didn't see it on my end. I'm too busy running the shop to surf the interwebs. All right, what was the other big news that came out yesterday? Well, the October jobs report, if you will, was horrific. Hold on a second. In October 2025, so last month, employers cut over 153,000 jobs from the marketplace. A large part of that was due to the onboarding of AI. So companies like Amazon and UPS reported major layoffs or terminations. And unfortunately, I think that's more of a sign of things to come. They said 153,074 jobs, the highest level since 2003, guys and gals. That's brutal. For 1 month layoff, up 175% from the previous October. Not good. Unfortunately, that is more of that to come. As AI becomes more and more prevalent in our society, there's going to be less and less need for actual human workers. And, employers and managers and company officials, they have a fiduciary responsibility to make that bottom line as the best that they can. So, unfortunately, human workers are a huge expense and a huge contribution to the overhead of any company. So if an employer or a manager or whoever is running a company can eliminate that, I mean, they pretty much owe the company to do that. Unfortunately, is going to have very negative, widespread economic impacts on the United States and other countries too. It's not going to be just germane to us. Obviously, it's going to be a worldwide economic problem, and I don't see us getting around that at this point. We've obviously adopted AI, and it is as a country, and they're not taking the brakes. They're not putting the brakes on that anytime soon. So my advice, if you are a young person, you're in high school, you're getting ready to go out into the world as an adult, learn a trade. Learn how to become a plumber, learn how to become a HVAC technician, specialist, learn how to be an electrician, welder, any of the trades, because that's going to be the last group of industries to get taken over by AI. So if you wanna maintain, you wanna earn good money and be needed, learn a trade, folks. That's my advice from Uncle Brian today. All right, let's run premiums and inventory updates. Yeah. Oh, hey, one thing, we sold a bunch of that pre-33 gold off. We got through all of our back stock of that. That really piled up on me, kind of out of the blue. I was looking at that, I was like, holy cow, we got a bunch of this. Let's get rid of it. And we kind of did. So I really appreciate that. A large part of that was attributed to you guys and gals out there in YouTube land. So I thank you for that. As that becomes more available in the shop, we'll put out more sales for it. All right, but like I said, it is Friday, November 7th. We are Vermillion Enterprises. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And Saturdays, so we'll be open tomorrow, 8 a.m. to noon. We will do our flash sale tomorrow, but remember, it is cash only on our flash sale. All right, and in shop only. All right, so hey, let's do these premiums, guys and gals. All right, foreign gold, we're still buying it at 98%. We don't sell it here in the shop though, guys and gals. A lot of people ask us about that, but we do not sell foreign gold here. We just burn it all. But we do pay 98%. So that's your Maple's, your Krugerrands, your Philharmonics, Britannias, Kangaroos, Pandas, and Australian Nuggets. 98% of spot on the 1 ouncers and the fractional counterparts, 98% of melt. Same with raw pre-33 gold. We pay 98% for it. Even some graded pre-33 gold, we pay 98% for it. $5 and $10 gold commemorative coins from the U.S. Mint, we pay 98% of melt on those. And your gold bars, we pay 98% of spot on the 1 ounces and 98% of melt on the fractional. We do buy gold bars across the counter up to and including 100 grams in size. Individual pieces I'm talking about. Larger pieces we send off to the refinery for authentication and verification before we buy them, but we still do pay 98% on those. But we do wait until we get the confirmation or the go-ahead from the refinery before we pay out on it. All right, so 98% on all that good type of material. Fractional gold eagles. 1/10 ounce gold eagles, we're buying them at melt plus 5%, selling at melt plus 8. These are hot. People love 1/10 ounce gold eagles. 1/4 ounce gold eagles and 1/2 ounce gold eagles. What you see is what I got in the shop. Quarters we buy at melt plus 3%, sell at melt plus 6%. 1/2 ounces we sell at melt and or we buy at melt, sorry, and sell at melt plus 3%. All right, 1 ounce gold eagles, we have these. We buy them at spot and we sell them at spot plus 3%. They're random 1 ounce gold eagles. Gold buffaloes, we buy them at spot plus 1% and sell them at spot plus 4%. All right, platinum. All right, we don't have any. We're sold out, but we do buy it at spot plus $80 per ounce. That's for Platinum American Eagles. So if you have Platinum American Eagles, we will buy them at spot plus $80 per ounce. All right. Silver dollars, these were hot yesterday. They'll continue to be hot, I'm pretty sure. Still buying coals at 35 and selling at 38. What are we talking about here, folks? Random, common date, Morgan and Peace silver dollars. We are loaded for bear on these. These are coal silver dollars. They are random date, common dates, mix, Peace, and Morgan dollars. Please don't ask us for specific dates or type because it's not going to happen. They come in random, folks. They go out random. We do have quantity of these in the shop if you're interested. Junk 90. I got junk in my trunk, folks. We got tons of dimes and quarters for sale. We buy it at spot minus $4 per ounce and sell it at spot minus $2 per ounce. We have some half dollars, not a lot of halves, but we got a ton of quarters and dimes if you are interested. Spot minus 4 is what we buy it for if you want to sell it, and we sell it at spot minus 2 if you want to buy it. Plenty in the shop. Definitely our number one seller mixed with Silver Eagles with regards to silver. Yesterday it was silver dollars though, but as a whole, Junk 90 and Silver Eagles are the definitely the big sellers here in the shop. All right, Junk 40. We buy 1965 to 1970 Kennedys for spot minus $6 per ounce and sell them for spot minus $4 per ounce. We have actually been selling this stuff. I guess it's just because the price is so cheap on it. We move it. What you see in the bucket here is what I got. These are 1965 to 1970, 40% silver Kennedy half dollars. Buying at minus 6, selling at minus 4. All right, generic silver, buying it at spot minus $2 per ounce and selling it at spot minus 50 cents per ounce. I see that glare is kind of covering that. Move that out of the way there. So we have some 1 ounce bars, not a lot, but some 1 ounce silver bars in stock. We have a lot of 1 ounce rounds in stock, some 5 ounce and 10 ounce silver bars. I'm out of anything larger than 10 ounce bars at the moment. But if you want to sell generic silver, whether it's 1 ounce through 100 ounce pieces, we will buy it at spot minus $2 per ounce. And we are selling it at spot minus 50 cents per ounce. So you can actually get generic 999 silver for less than spot now. All right. Any pieces north of 100 ounces in size, we do send off to the refinery first to have them verify and authenticate and pay out on it based on what they are paying us. All right, American Silver Eagles, off qualities, we buy them at spot and sell them at spot plus $1 per ounce. These are coins that are impaired one way or another. They may be colorized, they may have surface scratches, milk spots on them. That's usually the case. Milk spots could be overtoning, scruffiness in nature. These get sold out on the daily here at the shop. What you see in the bucket here is what I have available for sale. Those move, I mean, by lunch we're usually sold out every day on those. We buy them at spot, sell them at spot plus $1. Now if you're looking for retail friendly material, we have these too. So these are American Silver Eagles that are retail friendly. They come in tubes of 20. Each coin in the tube is the exact same date. We sell these at spot plus $5 per ounce and buy them at spot plus $3 per ounce. Now, these are coins that do not have milk spots on them or surface abrasions. If you want to bring them in and for us to purchase and we start going through them, if we see milk spots on the coin or surface scratches, they will be kicked off to the off quality price point. It is what it is, folks. When premiums are high on something like this, we have to be critical in assessing their condition. And so milk spotted coins and surface abrasions get kicked off to the off quality price point. Even if the tubes are straight out of a box, it happens, folks. They can get milked up on, unfortunately. We've seen it. So, yeah, but if they are retail friendly, we'll buy them at spot plus $3 per ounce and sell them at spot plus $5. That is for solid date tubes of 20 American Silver Eagles that do not have milk spots or surface abrasions on them. All right, folks. What is on the no buy list? Well, I got a little bit of an update on this. Sterling silver, world alloyed silver, and war nickels. The sterling silver and the world alloyed silver, it sounds like it may be done for quite a bit of time. One refinery, probably mid-size, not one of the big ones, so they're done through all of 2026. They're not going to be buying any of it. This is a mess. So for the time being, we are not buying sterling silver. We are not buying world alloyed silver. So that's like the 80% Canadian coins, the 72% Mexican, or 90% 925 Mexican coins. We're just not buying them. Until the refineries come back online and we have a place to go with them, we are just not buying those. All right, folks. We are Vermillion Enterprises. How do we accept payment? Cash, wire, Zelle, scrap gold at 90% of its value. We'll go over that in a second. And we do take personal checks up to 2 weeks with an up to 2 week hold period. And we take those up to $7,500. So personal checks only 2 week holds, $75 max on those. Now, scrap gold. What are we talking about here? 8 karat, 9 karat, 10, 14, 18, 22, 24 karat gold jewelry. We do buy it and we pay you 90% of value. What determines the value? Well, the purity of the metal, the weight of the metal, and then the price of gold at the time of the transaction. So if you got old class rings, chains, earrings, wedding bands, old bracelets, any material that you just don't wear anymore, you can't wear, it's broken, you don't like it, you outgrew it, too many trips to the all-you-can-eat buffet, we will turn that into cash money for you at 90% of its value, or you can apply that towards the purchase of stackable precious metals at 90% of its value. So if you're interested in doing that, we'll be happy to help. People take advantage of both options literally every single day. Whatever whatever you guys like to do, we'll be happy to help. All right, shipping. We do ship throughout the country. We have a $3,000 minimum order. If you're interested in placing an order, please reach out to info@igscoin.com, and we ship only to your local FedEx ship center for you to securely pick up at your convenience. All right, guys and gals, it's Friday. Like I said, we are going to do a flash sale tomorrow, so if you're local, get your cash ready. We are only going to be accepting cash on that. And yeah, we're here until 4 today. And we'll be open 8 a.m. till noon tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Thank you.